Hello there, my name is Thomas O'Regan, and over the last 3.5 years, me and my wife have built an 11 property portfolio. We've actually sold just a few of them. Recently, we sold 4 properties. We're sitting on a bit of cash. We're going to redeploy it into a new class of investment, which is commercial property. But what I wanted to talk to you about is so-called red flags or markets that you shouldn't invest in. Now, most novice investors or like most hotspot investors think that the markets that you should invest in are hotspots or markets that are going up, but actually not necessarily true. I would say the biggest gains that are to be had in property investing are usually going to be done when you're buying a property in a market that is in a slump. So usually people say, okay, here's the 5 red flag signs to know if a property market is going up or it's in a bad market. And I'm just saying throw that out the window, because I'm not saying you shouldn't I'm not saying you shouldn't understand what the market cycle's doing or what the market's doing. You 100% should understand. But what I'm saying is, I would prefer to buy properties in a soft market, in a market that is not seeing growth currently, or is in a bit of a slump, opposed to buying in a hot market. Why? Because you make your money on the buying, and the fact that the property market is in a slump means that you can get further discounts on the property. For example, like a property is in a hot market, let's just say the property price is around 500k. Because the market is hot, you might have to, if you want to actually purchase the property, because it's so competitive, you might actually have to settle on a price that's beyond the market value price of, say, 500. You might have to go up to 520, 530, 540, because there's so many people looking to also buy that property. On the flip side, if you're buying in a soft market, you can, and the property market on the property price was, say, 500k, you might be able to get the property for not 500k, you might be able to get it, say, 400k. Why? Because you have absolutely no competition and it's very hard for the vendors to sell. Now, here's the caveat with buying in a soft market. The property price has to cash flow. I would not be buying in a soft market if the ownership of the property is not covered by all the rental income. And here's the other one. I would want to know, how far into this property market slump are we? Have we just come off the peak of a hot market? Because in that case, if we were just going into a soft market, I would not be buying. I would be buying, towards the end of a soft market. What is the end of a soft market? Okay, so the end of a soft market is when the property has been absolutely stagnant for a period of 5 to 10 years, or the property prices have really come back down from where they were about 10 years ago. So that is honestly one of the things that scare most people in investing. They think it's like going to a cafe. They think it's like going to a cafe. When you walk down the street, you don't go to the cafe that has no one in it. You line up and stand in the line where the cafe's full, because that's got the good food. But investing in property is not like going to a good cafe. You don't follow the crowd. If you want to make unreasonable gains, you want to make unnormal profits. When I say unnormal, I mean far above average. Our properties that we've invested in have all doubled, more than doubled, some of them, in less than 3.5 years. So most people will be happy if their property doubles in 7 to 10 years. We've pretty much halved that, and we've killed it in investing. So when it comes to investing, do your own research and do not follow the crowd. See you guys now. Bye.